Hey folks, Christian Apple here. Oh boy, it's a scorching hot day, and I'm here today at the grave of Dick Henry Jurgens. Or according to Wikipedia, it's Richard Henry Dick Jurgens. What's the name here, buddy? What's the name? Tell you, there's people in there. 4 or 5 names. Let's get to the point here. Okay? My name is Christian Apple, and this is grave time. And today we're at the East Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery in East Sacramento, California, if you get my drift. USA, America, the great. And today we're at Mr. Jurgens' grave. There's a musical note on his grave. I got a knee brace on, so I really can't crawl up in here. But it says Dick H. Jurgens, 1910 to 1995. There's a musical note. It says, "There's that band again." It also says, "Daydreams come true at night." Oh boy. Got a bunch of notes here. And boy oh boy, it's hot. I'm just gonna set you right here. Hi. Or maybe not. That's disrespectful. Okay, well, I'll just hold you. Let's look at the scenery here at the park. Dick Henry Jurgens, a native of Sacramento, born January 9th, 1910, died October 5th, 1995. He died of cancer. I have no idea if he was a smoker. I just know that he died of cancer. That's all I can find. He was a musician. His era, I'm assuming he probably was, but I don't want to assume anything. Mr. Jurgens was best known as a band leader during the big band and swing era. This guy really means something to me. He's from Sacramento. I'm from Sacramento. I play music. I play drums. Pretty much punk rock, because that's pretty much all I'm really good at. But this guy played big band and swing, and in I believe it was 1997, 1998 is when I got really into big band music. Of course, in '98 you had the big band revival with bands like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Brian Setzer Orchestra, Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Squirrel Nut Zipper. I mean, they were already around, but they kind of started it all for those bands, if you ask me. There were so many other bands. Too many to list, but those are some of the big 4, I would say, at the time in the late 90s that were keeping the big band swing era around. People were going to bars and clubs and learning how to swing dance and jump, jive, and wail. So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of big band music and swing. I really like Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman and Artie Shaw, Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, even though I don't really know if he was big band or if he was jazz, but he's all kind of like in that same era. And now we got Mr. Jurgens here, and I've heard some of his music, and it's interesting, very interesting. Let's see here, he played music in high school, and even got kicked out of his school band because I guess the music at the time he was playing was pop. And so, he said, screw this. Eventually I'm going to start my own band. And in college, he went to UC Berkeley and Sac City College to study music. Mr. Jurgens inked a deal with Decca Records in 1934 and was with them until 1940. Now, just to let you know, Decca Records, just a little bit about Decca Records, was a British label that started in 1929, and then it started in 1934 here in the States. So he might have been one of the handful of the first people that were signed. Not that I know that for sure, but seeing how he got his first record deal in 1934, and that's when Decca Records came to America. Some of the bands that you might know from Decca Records over the years: Buddy Holly, Bing Crosby, Patsy Cline, Benny Goodman, one of the big band eras. The Who, Rolling Stones, The Animals, all part of Decca Records. Okay. During the swing era, there were those hit places to see a band and dance. Jurgens was very popular at Catalina Island at the Casino Ballroom, the Ilitch Gardens in Denver, Colorado, and the Aragon and Tranagon, I don't know how to say that word. Anyways, it's a ballroom. They're both in Chicago, Illinois. Some of the songs that Jurgens is most known for: It's 101 and You're in Love with Me, In an Old Dutch Garden, A Million Dreams Ago, In a Million Dreams Ago, Happy in Love, The Bells of San Raquel, 1 Dozen Roses, which was actually his #1 hit in the summer of 1942. Some of his songs were actually made popular by Glenn Miller, such as Careless, Elmer's Tune, and 1 Dozen Flowers. Now, Elmer's Tune, I have a little clip of it that I found on online. I'm going to play it for you real quick, just so you know it. Once you hear it, I think you'll know it, especially for those who are into Glenn Miller. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the interview here. So, shortly after his summer hit song, Dick Jurgens disbanded his group because of AFM. The AFM is the American Federation of Musicians. It's a labor union for professional musicians, and in 1942 through 1944, the AFM stronghold record companies to sell out better paying royalties. And Jurgens from 1942 to 1945 joined the Marines. God bless you, sir. Thank you for my freedom. Got his band back together in 1946, and it lasted until 1956 when swing lost its cool. During these 10 years, Jurgens was signed to Columbia Records and Mercury Records. In December of 1948, he got married to Myram Davidson, and in the 1970s, he gave up music and did real estate here in Sacramento. His brother William Jurgens, I should mention, was his manager, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So, as we listen to the song Elmer's Tune from Mr. Jurgens, thank you so much for making music that we could, swear our heads to, our hips, jump, jive, and wail, all that fun stuff. Have a good time with friends and family. Swing the nights away, swing the night away. So, anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me today in the scorching heat. It's stinking hot out here, but it's an honor to be here at this grave. And this is Christian Apple signing off for another episode of Grave Time. Thank you.